So how you guys doing, man? Hope it's going great. I got a great word for you today, you know, and I wanna just take time. I don't change the channel. Listen, man, what I'm about to tell you is some good stuff. You know, I got my congas here with me. You know where I just left? I just left the weight room. I didn't do arms today. I did back work. I did back. I did some jump rope. You know, just trying to just clear it out. I had a kind of a crazy week this week. Didn't really get to hit the gym a lot this week, so I kind of ate crazy. You know, way too many sweets, man. I tell you what. Everywhere I turned around, there was cookies, there was cakes, it was just crazy, right? So I gotta tighten it up, cut it back out, get all that poison out, right? Get all that poison out, man. That's a powerful statement right there. Get that poison out. Conga time, baby. All right, so you know what? Today I want to talk about, you know, I've been getting some feedback about what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, and I'm telling you, they constantly are telling me, keep it real, keep it real, keep it real. They want me to really bring it down to you, to really talk about where I come from. You know, I didn't just become successful overnight, and you know, the degree of success I have, there's people so far greater with greater success than I have, but what I have, I'm telling you what, it's obtainable. It's obtainable. The secrets that I've been able to embrace and really understand, the support that's around me, I'm telling you what, this success that's in my life is not really just about me. It's about the success of the people that are in my life. The success that they're able to bring me and I'm able to bring them. But you got to keep it real. Listen, there's some people out there right now that are can't find the rhythm. There's some people out there that just can't get a break. There's some people out there right now that are on their way to prison, on the way to divorce, on the way to somewhere that's not cool, right? And so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about my life and where I was at and what really took place in my life in order to get me to wake up. Wake up to a greater reality, because the reality I was creating was a reality of chaos. You know, one thing about being a percussionist and learning how to play the drums, you know, you got to bring order. You know, the job of the drummer in a band is amazing when you really get to understand the position of the drummer. How many of y'all play baseball out there, right? You would think that the captain of the team is the pitcher or somebody out there, but the captain of the team is the catcher, right? Do you know why the captain of the team is the catcher? Now, there's a point to this. Now, watch this. Because he's behind the plate, he can see everything. So during the game, he is the captain. He's calling the shots. He's telling what to do. And when the rest of the team members can count on his vision, can count on his vision that he sees everything else at every angle, because they can only see at one perspective of the field, right? If you're in right field, you can only see that angle where you're at. Left field, center field, shortstop, wherever you're at, you can only see where you're at. But the catcher sees everything. The visionary in your life, in your people's lives around you? Can you see everything? Listen, man, when you're a percussionist and you're in the band and you're playing the drums, man, you're the captain of the group. You're the one. If you lose the beat, the band drops the beat. If you drop the pocket, the band will fall apart. Listen, dad, listen, husband, listen, employee, listen. If you drop the beat, if you don't follow the beat, if your life right now is chaos, man, and you're stumbling along, and you can't, maybe you hit a couple rhythms. Maybe it seems like, okay, I'm on my way, but all of a sudden you crash and you burn because you can't sustain it. Listen, man, if you can't sustain that beat or that rhythm in your life, man, you'll crash and you'll burn and you'll take everybody else with you. Listen, the drummer in a band, man, he's not the star of the band. You got a front man, right? And that front man has a frame. You got the star of the group, right? And even if you're a whole band, you got the lead singer. They call him the lead singer for a reason, right? Because when he's the lead singer, he's the star. Then you got a lead guitarist, because when it's his turn to shine, boom, it's his turn to shine. But listen, if you're always running around chaos and you can't seem to bring order in your life, then you got to stop what you're doing. You got to stop what you're doing. Check this out, man. You see, the drummer in a band is more like the nail on the wall. Do you ever see the nail on the wall holding the picture up? Oh, I don't think you feel me. I don't think you understand what I'm saying, because you never even thought about that. The nail on the wall, it's his job to hold the picture up of the right? To hold that picture frame up. It's the picture frame's job to hold the picture up. Oh, I don't think you feel me. Because that's some good stuff right there. See, when you're the nail in the wall, in those around you, when you're that strength, and you're anchored in the wall, and you can hold the family up, and you can hold the things that are coming at you up, man, that's called TYRO Strong, baby. You see the shirt I'm wearing right now? That's called TYRO, man. It's called TYRO Dad. We got TYRO Leadership, TYRO Coach. We got TYRO Everything, baby. Because TYRO is a Latin word which means apprentice, novice, someone learning something new, a warrior. Ooh, this is some good stuff, man. People come up to me all the time and say, man, how did you do it, man? Because see, I've been out of prison. I say only, but man, listen, it's a long time. I've been out of prison 11 years, man. 11 years. All over the United States, sharing my testimony, sharing my story, telling my story, man. Listen, I was 25 years old, man, when I found myself facing a 14 to 25. I was sentenced to 14 to 25 years. That ain't no joke, man. Ain't no joke. Go up 25 years old, and guess what? Maybe I'm not pretty right now with this black eye, but at 25 years old, I was pretty going to prison. Yeah, that's right. Scared out of my mind, man. Scared. You know what? It's okay. It's okay, big fella, to admit you've been scared in your life. I met some of the biggest dudes in the joint. Ain't not one of them can, and you know what? They're all scared. Not one of them understand, man, when they come into this place, this place where it's different, it's changed, it's the unknown. Man, when you walk into a place of unknown and you're scared, man, it's okay. It's okay. You might not want them to see your fear, but everybody's going through the same thing, man. If you're going to someplace unknown, man, that's scary, right? So if you're in a relationship and you're in a spot where you haven't been before and it's unknown to you, it's foreign to you, it's scary. It's scary. You know, this dude, I'm not going to talk about this dude too much, but his name is commitment. This is why guys and gals live together, man, because they don't want to be committed to one another. Listen, I'm keeping it real with you, whether you agree with me or not, man. The reason why people live together, listen, fella, if you're living with a woman instead of making her your wife, it's because you don't want to put 110% in there. You don't want to give 100% into that relationship. So listen, ladies, listen. You guys, the reason, same thing. You got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man. Where we come from, real men don't play house. We build them. Say that with me. Real men don't play house, we build them. So listen, so I'm 25 years old. I'm on my way to the penitentiary. I'm freaking out. My wife is 24. We got 2 little baby boys, and I know nothing about not only prison, I know nothing about manhood. I know nothing about fatherhood. You see, just because I was a grown up, what they consider an adult or a grown man, doesn't mean I had the attributes of a healthy adult. Oh, I don't think you feel what I'm saying. Listen. I was 25 years old physically, but mentally, I'm always say I'm like 14 years old. My wife would tell you, no, he was more like 12, right? Because it was all about who? It was all about me. So if you find yourself in a place where you just can't get it together and you're trying to do things, listen, you got to ask yourself, what's the ultimate, what's the word I'm looking for? What's your agenda, man? What is it you're looking for? Is it all about you? Because if you can start flipping that script, first principle I'm going to tell you, if you can start dealing with this thing about what's in it for me, right? And you start to remove that vocabulary from your lifestyle, what's in it for me? Come on now. And all of us say it now. Come on. There's a time to say it, right? There's a time to say it. But right now, when you're a father and you're down and out and you can't get it together and you got to ask yourself, okay, so I've been pretty selfish about this. You know, I've had about 3 or 4 jobs in the last year, or you know what, I haven't had a job in a year and I can't get it, or you know what, I can't seem to hold a job down and I don't know what it is I'm doing wrong. Well, are you showing up on time? Are you getting up before everybody else? Or are you still partying at night? Listen, if you're still in the party zone, if you're still in the party mentality, man, then you got to wake up and get out of there, man. Partying all night long and all weekends. If you're still like the song, everybody's working for the weekend. If you're still there, man, cut it out, man. Listen, you got to deactivate that mentality. Deactivate it. And in order to do that, you got to activate something else. I'm not living for the weekend. I'm not working for the weekend. I'm living for right now. I want to create a legacy that is not only going to sustain me this week, next week, but 10 years. Not only sustain me, but sustain my family. Not only my family, but my community. Not only my community, but my state. You know what? That means you have to empower others in order to carry on your legacy. You have to empower others with these principles of how to be a hard worker, with these principles how to save dollars, with these principles how to maintain a healthy relationship. It takes hard work. And if you're not willing to put hard work, you'll never accomplish anything. If you're not willing to do what it takes, if you're not willing to create some sweat in your life, they call it sweat equity, man. You got to put something in it in order to get something in return. If you're always got your hand out, and then when it comes to giving to people, but your hands are always closed because you don't got nothing to give, or what you do have, you don't want to give it away, don't get mad when the rabbit got the gun, because when it comes back around, you ain't going to get anything because you didn't give anything. Listen, man, here's the secret, man. Here's the first 6 secrets I want to talk about. Because when you're trying to change the way your course of life is going, when you're trying to create a new direction, man, you got to recognize what got you where you're at today. That's what I want to talk about today, man. You got to recognize what got you where you're at today. Listen, man, you might be on your way to the joint right now, man. And if you don't know how to live and survive in the penitentiary, man, the time will do you. You won't do the time. And man, listen, if you're a marked target, you might, you know what, they're going to try you. They're going to test you to see if what's going on. They're going to try you, man. I'm guarantee you. Listen, that's a scary place, man. But the first thing you got to do when you go to prison, man, listen, let me just give you something. First thing you got to do is wake up. Wake up, man, because it ain't no joke, man. It ain't no joke. County jail ain't no joke. Man, there's some thugs in there, man. There's some real hardcore criminals in there. Man, and they're always looking for somebody weaker than themselves. There's a lot of predators. Oh, man, am I saying it too much? Am I keeping it real, man? Listen, man, are you a predator? Are you preying on the weak, man? You know, there's some things out there, man. There's some dope dealers out there. There's some people trying to sell heroin and all that. Man, those are predators. You see, you can't come and sell me drugs. You can't come and do that. Why? Because I'm too strong, man. You'll look for somebody weaker than me, Jack. That's what's out there. They're called predators. Yeah, you might not like what I'm saying, but are you a predator? Listen, man, you got to recognize what got you where you're at today. If you're on the way to penitentiary, if you're on the way second, third divorce, second, third prison number, on your way to county jail, just got fired from your job, all these things, what is getting you in this place in life that you've been trying to get out of, but you just can't get out of it? Is it the people you hang with? Ooh, that's a tough one, man. Is it your family? That's a tough one, man, because you got to make some really conscious decisions. Say this with me. I got to have a courageous conversation with those who are stopping me from success. And that courageous conversation you got to have with them is this. Listen now. You got to tell them, listen, right now in my life, I can't hang out with you. I can't associate with you. I love you, but right now in my life, I got to get me together. Listen, I'm going to cut the umbilical cord. And you got to find your own way to say this, man. But sometimes you got to cut that umbilical cord off, because listen, man, when they're on you, and do you ever hear of a vampire? What's a vampire do, man? They always suck in and taking the life out of you, man. But never giving, never filling you up, never helping you succeed, man. Okay, so you got to recognize what got you there. Recognize your association. Recognize your thought process. Recognize your relationships. Are they healthy? You know, if you're wounded already, man, there's a saying out there that goes, wounded people wound others, man. And if you're wounded and you're broken, and then you're looking for love, where? In all the wrong places. Guess what you're going to find? Like minds attract. You're going to find somebody else that's wounded like you. So now you got two wounded people coming together to create what they call, what in their mind is going to be a healthy relationship. Because they're all woo, giddy and all that type of stuff. But the truth is, they're two broken people attracted to each other. So broken people can't fix anything. Broken people, all they can do is break more things until they separate themselves and take the time out to begin to become healed in their thinking, in things that took place in their life, dealing with issues. Listen. That's some good stuff. Listen, man. Listen, we are counting on you, man. People are counting on you to wake up. But the first principle I just want to talk about today is you got to recognize what the heck is going on. Recognize what got you where you're at. How did you get there? How did you get to a place of where you were dependent on everybody else? And you're a good thinker. You're good looking, right? You're strong. You're healthy. But you're not up in the workforce. You're not trying to go back to school. You're not self-motivated. In fact, you stop at McDonald's and you ain't even got no money. Some of you people out there are smoking cigarettes and don't even have a car. Woo! That's another one that kills me. How do you do that? $6, $7 a pack of cigarettes. Listen, I'm not judging you. These are observations, man. We all got vices in our life, but we got to take that vice, man, and open it up. I talked in a previous video about how deep a clamp is, man. But we become our own vice, man. We know I know when you can't afford cigarettes, man. $6, $7, and you can't even afford insurance on a car. Come on, man. That's crazy. Crazy talk, right? Okay, because listen, man, you want to be set free, man. You want something new in your life, you got to recognize what got you here. And then here's the next step, what you got to do, man. You got to write it down. Write it down. Write down the pain and the suffering that's in your life. Take a piece of paper. It's just for you and you alone, man, but you got to be real, man. Recognize what you got you here. Take that pad, take that pencil, take that paper, take that pen, take your computer, whatever you got to do it. Start writing down and think about the process. How did I get here? And so really what you're going to be doing is you're going to be writing your autobiography. You're going to be writing your story. How did I get here? Day one. Boom. And you got to be real. Well, you know what? I started hanging out with, and you start talking about it, man. It's all for you and you alone. And as you begin to see this, listen, this is secret to success, right? You begin to remove that poison out of your life. You begin to put that poison on the paper. You begin to look at it for what it is, right? Listen to me, man. If you want to become the antidote, the first thing you got to do is start writing your story down. Because you're only as sick as your what? Greatest secret. Say that with me. I'm only as sick as my greatest secret. So you put that secret, you start getting it out. You start vomiting. Listen to me. Start puking. Start vomiting all over on this paper, man. And you're writing your story down. Watch the liberation start taking place. The celebration in yourself. You don't need somebody else to come and celebrate you because you're writing it down. And for the first time, you're going to see it for what it really is. It's going to hurt. You're going to cry. You're going to say, oh my goodness, what the heck was I thinking? What did I do? Well, how can I fix it? Who do I talk to? You're going to be having all these emotions. Oh my gosh, you might lose some sleep, but it's okay because you're like detoxing, man. You're getting all this poison out of you, man. It's coming, it's flowing, and it's flowing with the pen, and you're writing it down. Woo-hoo! And you're like, woo, I'm feeling so much better. And you put it down. You're going to be starting to make some music, right? People are going to start talking to you, man, why do you look so different, man? You're not walking with you're not walking like this, right? With a sag, you know, your back hunched over. You start walking up tall, right? Your head held high, and you start looking up. You want to reach for the stars, guess what you got to do? Look up. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say today. I'm Ron Tijerina. Subscribe to my channel. Share it with some friends. Leave me a comment. Do you like what I'm saying? Do you want me to talk about something specific? Or if you don't like it, tell me to, man. Give me a thumbs up. Just looking forward to hearing from you. Looking forward to seeing you again. Until next time. Always remember, I'm rooting for you.